The Richest Man in Babylon, Ancient Wealth Codes for Sleep, George S. Clason. Lesson 1. Ancient Babylon, the City of Wealth. As you settle into the comfort of your rest, allow your mind to drift backward through time, across the vast expanse of centuries, to a land where the golden sun rises over the mighty Euphrates River. Here, in this sacred space between waking and sleeping, you are walking through the gates of ancient Babylon, the greatest city of wealth the world has ever known. Breathe deeply, and with each gentle breath, you move further from the concerns of today and deeper into this realm of timeless abundance. The warm desert air carries the scent of frankincense and myrrh, while beneath your feet, the ancient stones whisper secrets of prosperity that have endured for thousands of years. These stones have witnessed the footsteps of merchants whose purses grew heavy with gold, of wise men who understood the eternal laws of wealth, and of ordinary souls who discovered the extraordinary power of ancient wisdom. In this magnificent city, abundance flows as naturally as the great river itself. The marketplaces overflow with treasures from distant lands, silken fabrics that shimmer like captured starlight, precious gems that hold the fire of the earth, and golden vessels that reflect the dreams of those who crafted them. The merchants here do not struggle or strain for their wealth. Instead, they have learned to align themselves with the ancient codes of prosperity, allowing riches to flow to them as water flows downhill, following the path of least resistance. As you wander deeper into this vision, you notice something profound within yourself. Here in ancient Babylon, you belong. The wealth consciousness that built this great city exists within you now, awakening like seeds that have waited patiently beneath the soil for the right season to grow. You are not separate from this abundance. You are part of it, connected to every successful merchant, every wise counselor, every person who has ever transformed their circumstances through understanding these timeless principles. The golden temples rise before you, their surfaces catching the last rays of the setting sun. Each temple represents a different aspect of wealth. The temple of saving, where the first law of gold is honored. The temple of wise investing, where money multiplies like grain in fertile soil. The temple of protection, where treasures are guarded from loss. These temples exist now within your own consciousness, being built stone by stone as you rest, creating sacred spaces where prosperity can dwell permanently in your life. Listen closely, and you can hear the gentle sounds of commerce and wisdom blending together. Coins chime softly as they are counted, not with greed or fear, but with the satisfaction of abundance, shared and multiplied. Voices speak in measured tones of opportunities recognized, of patience rewarded, of small beginnings that grew into great fortunes. These sounds are programming your subconscious mind even now, creating new patterns of thought that will guide your decisions long after you awaken. In the cooling evening air, you find yourself in the garden of the richest man in Babylon, surrounded by date palms and flowering vines. Here, the atmosphere itself seems charged with prosperity consciousness. Every breath you take fills your lungs not just with air, but with the essence of abundance. Your body relaxes completely as you realize that wealth is not something you must chase or fight for. It is something you can attract naturally, like flowers attract bees, by embodying the ancient principles that made Babylon the wonder of the world. As the stars begin to appear in the darkening sky above, each one represents a golden opportunity that awaits you. The night sky of Babylon is vast and unlimited, just as the possibilities for your own prosperity are vast and unlimited. The same intelligence that placed those stars in their courses with perfect precision, is now organizing circumstances in your life to bring you wealth and abundance in ways you cannot yet imagine. Your subconscious mind is like the fertile soil of the Mesopotamian valley, ready to receive the seeds of ancient wisdom that are being planted even now. These seeds require no effort from your conscious mind to grow. Like all natural processes, they will unfold in their own perfect timing, bringing forth a harvest of financial wisdom, prosperity consciousness, and abundant opportunities that will transform your relationship with money forever. Rest now in the peaceful knowledge that you have entered the city of wealth, not as a visitor, but as one who belongs here. Let the ancient codes of prosperity settle deeply into your being as you drift into the restorative sleep that prepares you for a life of abundance. Lesson 2. The richest man speaks. In the gentle twilight of ancient Babylon, as the last merchants close their stores and the city settles into peaceful rest, you find yourself walking through gardens that shimmer with prosperity. The air carries the sweet scent of jasmine and the distant sound of flowing water, and your feet follow a path of smooth stones that leads to a place where wisdom itself dwells. Here, beneath the spreading branches of an ancient fig tree, sits Arcad, the richest man in all of Babylon, his eyes kind and knowing, his voice like honey poured over warm bread. As you settle beside him on cushions soft as clouds, Arcad begins to speak, and his words flow into your mind like golden threads weaving through silk. My friend, he says, his voice growing softer with each word, pulling you deeper into tranquil rest. Wealth is not a mystery, reserved for the chosen few. It is not magic that requires special powers or birth into nobility. The secrets I share with you tonight have lifted countless souls from poverty to prosperity, and now they shall lift you. His words sink deep into your consciousness as your breathing slows and your muscles release their hold on the day's tensions. Arcad's wisdom becomes your wisdom, flowing through every cell of your being like warm, golden honey. Long ago, I was but a poor scribe, scratching marks upon clay tablets for copper coins barely enough to fill my belly. Yet I discovered that wealth follows laws as certain as the rising sun, as predictable as the flooding of our great river. The gentle rhythm of his voice matches the peaceful beating of your heart, and you feel yourself drifting on a river of ancient knowledge. The first truth I learned, Arcad continues, his words becoming part of your very thoughts, is that wealth begins in the mind before it ever appears in the purse. Every prosperous merchant first saw his success in dreams. Every grand temple first stood complete in the builder's imagination. Tonight, as you rest, your mind becomes fertile soil where the seeds of prosperity take root and begin to grow. You can feel these seeds of wisdom settling deep within your subconscious, where they will work their magic while you sleep. Arcad's voice grows even more soothing, like a lullaby sung by the goddess of abundance herself. The wealthy do not possess mysterious gifts denied to others. They simply follow certain practices, certain ways of thinking and acting that invite gold to flow toward them, like water flowing toward the sea. These practices become as natural as breathing, as automatic as the beating of your heart. In your deepening state of rest, you begin to understand that every word Arcad speaks becomes part of your inner voice, the voice that guides your daily choices and shapes your financial destiny. Wisdom shared multiplies like grain scattered on fertile ground. He whispers, and you feel this truth settling into your bones. What I teach you tonight will not only serve you, but will flow through you to bless others, creating ripples of prosperity that spread far beyond what the eye can see. The evening air grows cooler and more peaceful, wrapping around you like the softest blanket, and Arkad's teachings merge with your dreams. His voice becomes the voice of your own highest wisdom, speaking to you in quiet moments, guiding your hands away from foolish purchases, directing your attention toward opportunities that others overlook. You are no longer just a student of wealth, he says, his words barely a whisper now. You are becoming wealth incarnate, a living example of prosperity consciousness. As sleep claims you completely, you rest in the garden of infinite abundance, knowing that Arkad's wisdom now lives within you, ready to guide every financial decision, every choice about money, every opportunity to build lasting wealth. The richest man in Babylon has spoken, and his words have become your words. His wisdom, your wisdom. His prosperity consciousness now a queening within your very soul, as you drift into dreams filled with golden possibilities. Lesson 3. Start thy purse to fattening. As the gentle evening breeze carries the scent of jasmine through the ancient gardens of Babylon, let yourself settle deeper into comfort, deeper into the wisdom that has enriched countless souls across the centuries. Tonight, you shall learn the first and most sacred law of wealth, the foundation upon which all prosperity is built, as natural as the rising sun and as certain as the flowing Euphrates. Imagine yourself walking through the marketplace at dawn, when the air is cool and sweet with possibility. The merchants are preparing their stalls, the bakers are pulling fresh bread from their ovens, and the gold dealers are arranging their precious wares. Among them walks a figure of quiet dignity, his purse heavy not from a single fortunate day, but from the patient accumulation of many years. This is the way of true wealth, the way you are now embracing as your own. Listen now to the voice of ancient wisdom as it speaks directly to your deepest mind. For every 10 coins that pass through your hands, keep one for yourself. This coin belongs not to the baker, not to the cloth merchant, not to the landlord, but to you alone. It is the seed from which your tree of wealth shall grow, reaching toward the sky with branches heavy with golden fruit. Feel yourself in that marketplace now, receiving payment for your labor, your skill, your service to others. As the coins are placed in your palm, notice how naturally you set aside the first one, the most important one, the one that honors your future self. This is, I want to know where the story is and where you are. The faithful is love and Christ. As this is not selfishness, but the natural law of prosperity that governs the flow of abundance throughout the earth. Your subconscious mind is learning now, absorbing this truth as easily as soil drinks the morning dew. Every time wealth flows to you, a portion flows directly into your own reservoir of security and opportunity. This happens as automatically as breathing, as naturally as the beating of your heart. Your deeper mind is creating pathways of wisdom that will serve you in the days to come, guiding your hands to save before they spend, to secure before they scatter. In the quiet chambers of your sleeping mind, visualize your purse growing fuller with each passing moon. See it not as a burden, but as a companion of increasing importance in your life. Feel its gentle weight in your hands, the satisfying accumulation of your discipline and foresight. This purse speaks of your respect for yourself, your love for your future, your understanding of wealth's ancient laws. The merchants of Babylon knew this secret, and they prospered. The craftsmen who learned this law found their workshops expanding, their reputation growing, their families secure. Now this wisdom belongs to you, settling into the depths of your mind, where it shall work its quiet magic, day after day, choice by choice, coin by coin. As you drift deeper into peaceful rest, know that your mind is being programmed for prosperity. Every decision you make about money will be influenced by this ancient code now awakening within you. You will find yourself naturally drawn to save, effortlessly motivated to keep your portion, joyfully building the foundation of your financial freedom. The first coin you save calls to others, drawing them like a magnet draws iron. Your purse becomes a beacon of attraction, growing heavier not through strain or sacrifice, but through the natural application of timeless law. What you keep for yourself multiplies in ways both seen and unseen, opening doors to opportunities that would otherwise remain closed. Sleep now with the deep satisfaction of one who has discovered treasure, not in a distant cave, but in the simple act of honoring yourself with every exchange. Let your dreams be filled with the gentle accumulation of wealth, the steady growth of security, the quiet pride of one who understands that true prosperity begins with a single coin capped, a single choice made, a single step taken on the path of ancient wisdom that now guides your journey toward abundance. Lesson 4. Control thy expenditures. As the moon rises over the ancient walls of Babylon, you find yourself walking through the quiet streets where the wisest merchants once pondered the eternal question of desire versus discipline. Let your breathing slow and deepen, for tonight you shall learn the second great law of wealth, a truth so powerful that it transforms the humble into the prosperous and a spending stream into a river of abundance. In the gentle darkness of your rest, imagine yourself seated beside Arcad in his counting chamber, where golden oil lamps cast dancing shadows upon clay tablets filled with numbers. The richest man in Babylon speaks softly, his voice merging with the rhythm of your breath. "My friend," he says, "observe how the mighty Euphrates River flows between its banks. Should those banks disappear, the river would spread uselessly across the desert, becoming nothing but mud and waste. So it is with thy gold. Feel yourself sinking deeper into comfort, as this ancient wisdom settles into the very foundations of your mind. Your expenditures, like the great river, must flow within the banks of careful planning, or they too shall become as worthless as water lost to sand. In the drowsy warmth of approaching sleep, let this truth become as natural to you as breathing itself." The gentle voice of Arcad continues, and with each word, your subconscious mind opens like a flower to morning sun. Budget thy expenses, that thou mayest have coins to pay for thy necessities, to pay for thy enjoyments, and to gratify thy worthwhile desires without spending more than 7/10 of thy earnings. As these words drift through your awareness, feel them carving new pathways in your mind, creating automatic responses that will serve you in all your waking hours. Picture yourself in the marketplace of tomorrow, walking past the stalls of merchants calling out their wares. But now, with the wisdom of Babylon flowing through your thoughts, you move with purpose and clarity. Your hand reaches for your purse only when your mind has first consulted the quiet voice of discipline that now lives within you. Each coin you spend has been considered, weighed against your greater good, and found worthy of the exchange. Let your body grow heavier with each breath as you absorb this timeless law. Your expenditures need not be a source of worry or guilt, for you now possess the ancient secret of balance. Like a skilled charioteer who guides powerful horses with gentle but firm hands, you shall guide your desires with wisdom and strength. The horses run freely, but always in the direction you choose. In the deepening quiet of your mind, feel the chains of impulsive spending dissolving like morning mist. Where once there was confusion between want and need, there is now clarity. Where once desires ruled like tyrants, there is now the peaceful kingdom of conscious choice. Your 7/10 flows toward what serves your life truly, while your 3/10 remains to build your fortune. As sleep draws you deeper into its embrace, let your subconscious mind rehearse this new way of being. See yourself tomorrow, and the day after, and all the days that follow, naturally pausing before each purchase, feeling the quiet strength of self-discipline, and knowing the deep satisfaction that comes from living within your means while building toward abundance. The merchants of ancient Babylon knew that he who controls his gold controls his destiny. Tonight, as you surrender to sleep, this control becomes as natural to you as the beating of your heart. Your expenditures bow to your wisdom, your desires serve your greater good, and your gold remains your faithful servant, never your master. Rest now in the peaceful knowledge that tomorrow you shall wake with the discipline of the ancients flowing through your veins, ready to build your fortune with the patience and wisdom of those who turned the desert city of Babylon into the wonder of the world. Sleep deeply, and let prosperity take root in the fertile soil of your dreams. Lesson 5. Make thy gold multiply. Close your eyes now and feel yourself walking deeper into the heart of ancient Babylon, where the greatest secret of all time awaits your discovery. The evening air carries the scent of frankincense and myrrh as you approach a magnificent temple where Akkad, the richest man in all of Babylon, sits surrounded by glowing treasure chests. But tonight, dear seeker of prosperity, you will learn that these chests contain something far more valuable than gold itself. They hold the living secret of multiplication. Breathe slowly and deeply as Akkad's gentle voice reaches your ears like honey flowing from the comb. Behold, he says, gesturing toward a single gold coin resting in his palm. This humble piece of metal possesses a power greater than the mightiest army, more enduring than the grandest palace. For gold, when put to proper work, gives birth to more gold, and that gold gives birth to still more gold, until what was once a single coin becomes a river of endless abundance. End of chapter 24. Alex Salomon. As you settle deeper into this ancient wisdom, feel your body sinking into the softest cushions, while your mind opens like a flower to the morning sun. The secret Akkad speaks of is not magic, though it works like magic in the lives of those who understand its power. It is the ancient law of multiplication, that gold, saved and wisely placed, will reproduce itself again and again, generation after generation, until the end of time. Watch now as Akkad demonstrates this timeless truth. He places one gold coin in a merchant's hand, saying, "Take this to the marketplace Buy and sell with wisdom, and return to me in 1 moon's time. As the scene unfolds before your relaxed and receptive mind, you see the merchant return with 2 coins, where once there was 1. The gold has multiplied through the merchant's knowledge and effort, just as your wealth will multiply through your growing wisdom and action. Feel this truth settling deep into your subconscious mind, like seeds planted in fertile soil. Your saved goal, your carefully preserved portion, yearns to work for you. It seeks opportunities to grow and flourish, just as surely as planted grain seeks the sun. Every coin you have saved whispers to you now, "Put me to work, give me purpose, let me bring you abundance." The ancient Babylonians knew that gold must never lie idle, sleeping uselessly in purses or buried beneath floors. They understood that gold is like water. It must flow to stay pure and powerful. When gold flows wisely into ventures guided by knowledge and caution, it returns carrying more gold in its current, like a river growing mighty as it travels toward the sea. As you drift deeper into peaceful rest, allow your mind to embrace this fundamental truth. Your wealth has an innate desire to multiply. Just as the fig tree bears fruit, not for a single season, but year after year, so too will your gold bear fruit when properly tended and wisely directed. The merchants of Babylon, who understood this law, never worried about scarcity, for they knew their gold was working day and night to create more abundance. Feel yourself absorbing this ancient wisdom through every cell of your being. Your subconscious mind now recognizes opportunities for your saved gold to work and multiply. You will naturally seek knowledge from those who have successfully made their gold reproduce. You will be drawn to ventures and investments that align with wisdom and prudence, avoiding the foolish schemes that promise much but deliver nothing. In your dreams tonight, see yourself as the wise Babylonian investor, watching with joy as your careful investments bloom and flourish. See your gold multiplying through your wisdom and patience, creating security not just for today, but for all your tomorrows. You know that this is not mere fantasy, but the natural result of applying eternal principles that have enriched countless souls throughout the ages. Rest now in the certain knowledge that your wealth consciousness is awakening to its full power. Your gold will multiply because you understand its nature and purpose. Sleep deeply, dream richly, and awaken tomorrow, ready to set the ancient law of multiplication into motion in your life. Lesson 6. Guard thy treasures from loss. Close your eyes now and feel yourself walking through the ancient streets of Babylon, where merchants once counted their gold by lamplight, and wise men spoke of protecting what they had earned through careful toil. The evening air carries whispers of fortunes made and lost, and tonight you shall learn the sacred art of keeping what is yours, of building walls around your treasures that no storm can breach. In the quiet chambers of your mind, see yourself seated beside Arcad in his counting room, watching as he carefully examines each investment, each opportunity, each promise of easy riches. His weathered hands move slowly, deliberately, for he knows that haste is the enemy of preservation, that the tortoise who guards his shell outlives the rabbit who runs toward every shining object. Feel this wisdom settling into your bones, becoming part of your very nature as you breathe deeply and let your conscious mind rest. The first principle of guarding your treasures whispers itself into your sleeping consciousness. Invest only where your principle is safe. Like the ancient builders, who tested every stone before placing it in their walls, you too shall learn to test every opportunity before entrusting it with your gold. Your subconscious mind now awakens to this truth, creating new pathways of caution and wisdom that will guide you in waking life. When opportunity presents itself, dressed in fine robes and promises of quick returns, you will pause, you will question, you will seek the counsel of those who have walked this path before. See yourself now as a keeper of treasure, not merely a seeker of it. The gold you have saved through discipline and sacrifice deserves protection as fierce as a mother guards her child. In the deepest chambers of your mind, feel this protective instinct growing stronger with each breath. You understand now that every coin lost to poor judgment or hasty decision is not merely money gone, but time and energy that can never be reclaimed. This knowledge settles into your subconscious like seeds in fertile ground, taking root and growing stronger as you sleep. The ancient wisdom teaches that the penalty for seeking advice from those unskilled in handling money is not merely the loss of advice, but the loss of the money that follows poor counsel. As you drift deeper into restful slumber, feel your mind naturally gravitating toward those who have proven their worth through successful accumulation and preservation of wealth. Your sleeping consciousness now recognizes the difference between the voice of experience and the song of speculation, between the solid ground of proven methods and the quicksand of untested schemes. Like the careful merchant who inspects his goods before storing them in his warehouse, you too shall learn to inspect each investment, each partnership, each venture before committing your precious resources. Your subconscious mind now holds this pattern, this template of careful examination that will serve you in all your financial dealings. When morning comes, you will find yourself naturally asking the right questions, seeking the proper assurances, demanding the evidence that separates wise investment from foolish gambling. The walls of Babylon stood strong, not because they were built quickly, but because each stone was chosen with care and placed with purpose. So too shall your financial walls be built, stone by stone, decision by decision, each choice made with the wisdom that now flows through your sleeping mind. Feel the patience of ages settling into your spirit, the understanding that true wealth is not captured in a moment, but cultivated over seasons, like the farmer who tends his fields year after year, always protecting his seed corn for the next planting. Your dreaming mind now embraces the truth that has guided the wealthy throughout history. Better a small return from a safe investment than the promise of large gains from uncertain ventures. This wisdom becomes part of your very nature as you sleep, weaving itself into the fabric of your thoughts and decisions. When you wake, you will find yourself naturally drawn to opportunities that preserve while they grow, that protect while they prosper. Rest now in the knowledge that your treasures are safe because your wisdom is sound, that your gold is guarded because your judgment is true. Sleep deeply and let these ancient codes of protection work their magic in the quiet chambers of your mind. Lesson 7. Ensure a future income. As the gentle evening breeze carries the scent of frankincense through the ancient streets of Babylon, your weary mind settles into the soft embrace of wisdom that has guided countless souls toward prosperity. Tonight, you shall discover the profound secret that separates those who merely accumulate gold from those who build lasting wealth that flows like an eternal spring, generation after generation. Picture yourself walking beside Arcad through his magnificent estate, where date palms, heavy with fruit, sway in the moonlight, and fountains sing their eternal song. The richest man in Babylon speaks softly as you stroll, his voice carrying the weight of years spent mastering the art of wealth creation. "Behold," he says, gesturing toward the flowing water. "This fountain never ceases because it is fed by an underground spring. So too must your wealth be fed by sources that flow without your constant labor." Your subconscious mind absorbs this timeless truth as your body sinks deeper into restful peace. The ancient Babylonians understood what many in every age fail to grasp. True wealth is not the gold you hold in your hands today, but the gold that continues to flow to you when your hands grow still, when your back grows bent, when your eyes grow dim with age. As you drift into the realm of dreams, feel this wisdom settling into the very core of your being, programming your sleeping mind with the codes of lasting prosperity. In the gentle darkness behind your closed eyes, visualize yourself as a wise merchant of Babylon, carefully planting seeds of future income. Each investment you make, each wise decision, each careful choice to forego present pleasure for future security becomes a golden tree that will bear fruit in seasons yet to come. Your breathing grows slower and deeper as you feel these seeds of future wealth taking root in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. The ancient tablets speak of 3 pillars upon which future income rests, and as sleep embraces you more fully, these truths weave themselves into the fabric of your dreaming consciousness. First, the pillar of wise investment, where gold is not hoarded like a miser's treasure, but sent forth to multiply in ventures guided by knowledge and prudence. Feel your sleeping mind accepting this truth. Your money works for you, even as you rest, growing and multiplying through the night hours, creating streams of income that flow toward your future self. Second, the pillar of ownership in enterprises that produce wealth while you sleep. The ancient merchants of Babylon owned shares in caravans that crossed distant deserts, in ships that sailed unknown seas, and lands that yielded grain and olives season after season. Your subconscious mind now embraces this wisdom, naturally guiding you toward opportunities where your gold can work tirelessly on your behalf, requiring neither your physical presence nor your daily toil to produce returns. Third, the pillar of knowledge and skill that makes you valuable to others, ensuring that your ability to earn grows like a mighty cedar tree, its roots spreading deep and its branches reaching ever higher. As you sink deeper into restorative slumber, feel your mind programming itself to seek learning, to acquire skills, to become so valuable that others will pay handsomely for your services, long into your golden years. The wise Arcad whispers one final truth as the stars wheel overhead in their eternal dance. The man who ensures his future income sleeps peacefully, for he knows that tomorrow's bread is already secured. Your breathing becomes rhythmic and deep as this profound peace settles over you like a silk covering woven by the finest craftsmen of ancient Babylon. Tonight, as you sleep, your subconscious mind works tirelessly to align your thoughts, decisions, and actions with these eternal principles. Every choice you make will be guided what will then be yours. The friend of mind is that man somewhat less off and helpless of challenging future. Every opportunity will be evaluated through the lens of long-term prosperity. Every step you take will be toward building streams of wealth that flow independent of your daily labor. Rest now in the certainty that your future income grows more secure with each peaceful breath, each moment of restorative sleep, programming your mind for lasting abundance. Lesson 8. Increase thy ability to earn. As the evening stars begin their ancient dance across the Babylonian sky, settle deeply into your resting place and allow your breath to flow like the gentle waters of the Euphrates. Tonight, you journey into the craftsman's quarter of ancient Babylon, where the sound of hammer on bronze rings through the air and the fragrance of cedar wood mingles with the warm desert breeze. Here, in these narrow streets, lined with workshops and guilds, lives the greatest secret of sustained prosperity. The eternal truth that your ability to earn gold can grow as surely as grain grows in fertile soil. Picture yourself walking beside a master craftsman whose hands shape clay into vessels of exquisite beauty. His fingers move with the wisdom of decades, each motion deliberate and sure. This artisan was not born with such skill. Once, his hands were as clumsy as any child's. Yet, through patient practice and unwavering dedication to his craft, he has become so valuable that merchants travel from distant lands to purchase his work. His purse grows fuller, not because he works longer hours than others, but because his hands create what others cannot, and his mind holds knowledge that others seek. Let this truth settle into the deepest chambers of your consciousness. Your capacity to earn is not fixed like stone carved in the temple wall. It lives and breathes and grows like a vine reaching toward the sun. Every skill you master, every piece of wisdom you acquire, every challenge you overcome adds another golden thread to the tapestry of your earning power. The scribe who learns to write in 3 languages earns more than one who knows but his native tongue. The merchant who understands the ways of foreign markets prospers beyond the one who trades only in familiar goods. As you rest here, in this peaceful moment between day and night, allow your subconscious mind to embrace the profound realization that you are not bound by your current circumstances or your past limitations. The young apprentice potter, watching his master's hands shape the spinning clay, carries within himself the potential to become equally skilled, equally valued, equally prosperous. What separates the master from the apprentice is not birth or luck or the favor of gods, but simply the accumulation of knowledge, skill, and wisdom over time. Feel your breathing slow and deepen as you absorb this ancient understanding. In old Babylon, the most prosperous citizens were not those born to wealthy families or those who inherited vast holdings of land. They were the individuals who continuously expanded their capabilities, who viewed each day as an opportunity to become more valuable to their fellow citizens. The physician who studied new healing arts, the architect who learned to design stronger walls, the trader who mastered the languages of distant peoples. These were the ones whose earnings grew like fruit trees, producing more abundance each passing season. Your mind, even now as it drifts towards sleep, possesses infinite capacity for growth and learning. Like a fertile field that can yield greater harvests when properly tended, your abilities await cultivation. The knowledge you acquire tomorrow makes you more valuable than you are today. The skill you practice this week increases your worth beyond what it was last week. Each book you read, each conversation you engage, each challenge you accept adds another tool to your workshop of capability. Let yourself sink deeper into relaxation as you envision your future self, transformed by continuous growth and learning. See yourself moving through the world with greater confidence, greater competence, greater value to offer others. This enhanced version of yourself commands higher compensation, not through demanding or whooshing, but through becoming genuinely more worthy of reward. The marketplace rewards value, and you are steadily becoming more valuable. The ancient Babylonians understood that the person who seeks to increase their earning power must become like a skilled gardener, patiently tending the garden of their own capabilities. They must plant seeds of knowledge in the fertile soil of their mind, water them with practice and application, and have patience for the harvest that surely comes. The fruits of this garden are not merely gold and silver, but the deep satisfaction that comes from becoming all that one is capable of becoming. As sleep draws near, carry with you this gentle certainty. Your ability to earn grows stronger with each passing day, each new skill mastered, each lesson learned. Your future prosperity rests not in the hands of fate or fortune, but in your own commitment to becoming more valuable, more capable, more worthy of abundance. Rest now, knowing that tomorrow brings new opportunities to expand the boundaries of what you can achieve and earn. Lesson 9. Meet the goddess of good luck. Close your eyes now and let your breath slow to the ancient rhythm of the Euphrates River flowing through the heart of Babylon. Tonight, you walk the moonlit streets where merchants once whispered of a mysterious force they called the goddess of good luck. And as your body settles deeper into rest, your mind opens to receive her timeless secrets. In the great temple of Marduk, where golden braziers cast dancing shadows on marble walls, the wise men of Babylon understood a truth that many never grasp. They knew that what the common people called luck was not a fickle goddess who bestowed her favors randomly upon mortals, but rather a divine principle that responds to those who prepare themselves to receive her blessings. As you drift deeper into this peaceful state, feel this ancient wisdom settling into the very depths of your being. Picture yourself now, walking through the Grand Bazaar at dawn, when the first light of the sun kisses the clay tablets of the money changers. Here, a young merchant named Sharonada learned the greatest lesson of his life, and as his story unfolds in your drowsy mind, it becomes your story. His wisdom becomes your wisdom. His prosperity becomes the blueprint for your own abundant future. Sharonada had worked for years in his grandfather's store, selling fine fabrics from distant lands, yet his purse remained as thin as papyrus. Day after day, he watched other merchants prosper, while his own efforts seemed to bear little fruit. In his frustration, he cried out to the heavens, "Why does the goddess of good luck smile upon others, but turn her face from me?" His grandfather, wise with the accumulated knowledge of many seasons, placed a weathered hand upon the young man's shoulder and spoke words that would change everything. "My grandson," the old man said, his voice carrying the weight of truth, "the goddess of good luck does not favor the idle dreamer, or the one who waits for fortune to fall from the sky like rain. She reveals herself only to those who act with purpose and preparation." As these words echo softly through your relaxing mind, feel them taking root in your subconscious, planting seeds that will blossom into your own magnetic attraction to opportunity. The grandfather continued, "When the caravan master seeks a reliable guide for the dangerous mountain passes, does luck choose who he selects? When the wealthy widow requires a trustworthy steward for her estates, does chance determine her choice? No, my son. In each case, those who have prepared themselves, who have built their skills and proven their worth, find themselves standing ready when opportunity calls their name. Let your breathing deepen now, as this profound truth settles into every fiber of your being. The goddess of good luck is not a distant deity playing games with mortal lives, but rather the natural result of preparation meeting opportunity. As you sleep tonight, your subconscious mind begins to align every thought, every action, every decision with this powerful principle. You become a magnet for the very opportunities you seek. In your mind's eye, see yourself as Sharunada did, when understanding finally dawned, like the sun cresting the ziggurats of Babylon. He realized that while his competitors had spent their evenings in idle pleasure, he could use those precious hours to study the origins of precious stones, to learn the languages of distant traders, to understand the needs of his customers more deeply than any other merchant in the bazaar. Each night of preparation was an offering to the goddess of good luck. Each new skill acquired was an invitation for her blessings to flow into his life. Feel this wisdom penetrating every level of your consciousness now. Your sleeping mind begins to restructure itself around this eternal principle. Tomorrow, and in all the tomorrows that follow, you will find yourself naturally drawn to preparation and improvement. The voice of the ancient grandfather becomes your own inner voice, guiding you to see opportunities where others see only ordinary moments. As Sharunada discovered when the wealthy merchant Arad Gula sought someone to accompany him on a profitable journey to the distant city of Nineveh, it was not luck that caused him to choose Sharunada from among all the young men in Babylon. It was because Sharunada had prepared himself by learning the dialects of the northern cities, by studying the trade routes, and by proving his trustworthiness in small matters first. The goddess of good luck had been watching his preparations, and when the moment arrived, she ensured that opportunity and readiness met in perfect harmony. Your subconscious mind now embraces this profound truth completely. Like iron drawn to a logstone, opportunities will seek you out because you have made yourself ready to receive them. In your dreams tonight, you walk the ancient paths of preparation, and with each step, you become more magnetic to the abundance that seeks to flow into your life. The goddess of good luck smiles upon you now, not as a capricious gift, but as the natural response of the universe to your committed preparation and purposeful action. Rest deeply now, knowing that as you sleep, this ancient wisdom works within you, transforming your mind into a beacon that attracts the very opportunities you desire most. The goddess whispers her secrets to your dreaming mind, and you awaken tomorrow with renewed purpose and magnetic attraction to prosperity. Lesson 10. The Walls of Protection. As the gentle evening breeze carries the scent of jasmine across the ancient city, you find yourself standing before the mighty walls of Babylon, those towering monuments of stone and wisdom that have protected countless generations of prosperity seekers. These walls, built by the hands of those who understood that true wealth must be guarded as carefully as it is earned, rise before you now, not merely as barriers of brick and mortar, but as symbols of the protective boundaries you must build around your own growing treasure. Let your breathing slow and deepen as you place your palm against the warm stone, feeling the strength that is endured through countless seasons of abundance and scarcity alike. The ancient masons who laid these stones understood a truth that echoes through the corridors of time. Wealth without protection is like a garden without walls, vulnerable to every passing storm and wandering thief. Your subconscious mind now begins to absorb this eternal wisdom, recognizing that building walls of protection around your financial future is not an act of fear, but an act of profound love for yourself and those who depend upon you. In the fading light of day, you can see the watchtowers where vigilant guardians once stood, their eyes scanning the horizon for threats to the city's prosperity. Your mind now becomes like these watchtowers, naturally alert to the dangers that could diminish your growing wealth. Insurance becomes your faithful sentinel, standing guard against the unexpected calamities that can sweep away years of patient saving in a single moment. Emergency funds transform into your personal reserves, ready to defend against the sieges of unemployment, illness, or urgent need that might otherwise force you to breach your own walls of accumulated treasure. The night air grows cooler, and you settle into deeper relaxation as your subconscious mind embraces these protective principles. You understand now that the wealthy citizens of Babylon did not hide their gold in fear, but secured it with wisdom. They built multiple walls of protection, each one carefully planned and maintained. Your sleeping mind begins to construct these same barriers around your financial life, seeing clearly how diversification spreads risk, like multiple gates spread the flow of traffic, ensuring that no single point of failure can compromise the whole. As you lean against the ancient stone, feeling its enduring strength seep into your bones, you realize that these walls represent more than mere defense. They symbolize the discipline to say no to investments that promise quick riches but offer little security. They embody the wisdom to research thoroughly before committing your precious resources to any venture. Your subconscious mind now naturally develops this protective instinct, automatically questioning opportunities that seem too good to be true, instinctively avoiding the financial quicksands that have swallowed the wealth of countless dreamers throughout history. The moon rises higher, casting silver shadows across the battlements, and you find yourself walking slowly along the wall's perimeter. Each step reinforces in your sleeping consciousness the importance of building legal protections around your assets, of understanding contracts before signing them, of keeping proper records that can defend your interests when challenged. The ancient Babylonians knew that wealth attracts both opportunity and predation, and your mind now develops the same keen awareness that distinguished the lasting prosperity of the wise from the fleeting riches of the foolish. Feel yourself sinking deeper into peaceful rest as the walls of Babylon surround you with their protective embrace. Your breathing becomes as steady and reliable as the stones beneath your feet, and your heartbeat synchronizes with the eternal rhythm of those who have chosen security over speculation, protection over reckless pursuit of gain. In your dreams tonight, you will build your own financial fortress, not from fear of loss, but from love of what you have worked so hard to create. The walls whisper their final lesson as sleep claims you completely. True wealth is not measured only by how much you can accumulate, but by how well you can preserve and protect what you have earned. Your subconscious mind accepts this wisdom fully, naturally developing the instincts and habits that will guard your treasure for all the years to come. Lesson 11. The Camel Trader's Lesson. Settle now into the soft embrace of slumber as the ancient caravan routes of Babylon unfold before your peaceful mind. Tonight, you walk alongside Dabasir, once the most unfortunate of men, who lost everything yet discovered the greatest treasure of all. His footsteps echo across the desert sands, and with each gentle breath you take, his wisdom becomes your wisdom. Strength becomes your strength. In the quiet chambers of your subconscious mind, Feel yourself traveling with a merchant caravan bound for Damascus. The rhythm of camel bells matches the steady beating of your heart as you drift deeper into the sacred tale. Dabasir was once wealthy, respected, living in a fine house with servants at his command. Yet through foolish choices and the hunger for easy riches, he lost everything. His creditors pursued him, his friends abandoned him, and shame drove him from the very gates of Babylon into the unforgiving desert. As your body relaxes completely into the softness of your resting place, let your spirit absorb the profound lesson that emerges from Dabasir's greatest trials. When he was captured and enslaved, working endlessly in the quarries under the scorching sun, he discovered something more precious than gold or silver. He found within himself an unbreakable determination to reclaim his freedom and honor his debts. This same determination now awakens within you, gentle and powerful, like a river that shapes mountains through patient persistence. Feel the desert wind carrying ancient wisdom directly into your sleeping mind. Dabasir learned that a man's greatest enemy is not poverty, nor misfortune, nor the cruelty of others, but rather his own acceptance of defeat. In the depths of slavery, he chose to remain free in spirit. In the darkness of despair, he chose to kindle the flame of hope. His soul whispers to yours now, across the centuries. Where the determination is, the way can be found. Let these words settle deep into your consciousness, like seeds finding fertile soil. Your breathing grows slower and deeper as you witness Dabasir's transformation from slave to free man, from debtor to honorable citizen. When he finally escaped and returned to Babylon years later, he carried nothing but the clothes upon his back and an iron will to make things right. One by one, he sought out every person to whom he owed money. One by one, he created a plan to repay them all. His former creditors, moved by his sincerity and determination, became his greatest supporters. In the peaceful depths of your mind, absorb this timeless truth. Your past mistakes need not define your future prosperity. Like Dabasir, you possess within yourself the power to transform any circumstance, to overcome any obstacle, to turn any setback into a foundation for greater success. Feel this power growing stronger with each breath, each heartbeat, each moment of restful sleep. The camel trader's greatest lesson flows through your subconscious now, like cool water through parched land. He discovered that paying one's debts is not merely a financial obligation, but a sacred pathway to self-respect and prosperity. As he faithfully honored his commitments, his reputation was restored, his opportunities multiplied, and his wealth returned greater than before. This same principle of integrity embeds itself now in the deepest layers of your mind, guiding every future decision with quiet wisdom. Let yourself sink deeper into restorative sleep as Dabasir's voice echoes softly. I found the road to my freedom when I decided that a part of all I earned must go to those who had trusted me. Your own commitment to honor all obligations strengthens while you rest, creating an unshakable foundation for lasting prosperity. Every promise you make, every debt you acknowledge, every responsibility you embrace becomes a building block in your temple of wealth. Tonight, as you surrender completely to peaceful slumber, Know that within you burns the same flame that transformed a desperate slave into a respected merchant. Your determination grows stronger in sleep. Your character deepens in dreams. Your path to abundance becomes clearer with each passing hour. The ancient wisdom of Babylon flows through your spirit, and you awaken tomorrow with the unshakable resolve to honor your word, meet your obligations, and build your fortune upon the solid foundation of integrity. Sleep now, and let the camel trader's courage become forever yours. Lesson 12. The Gold Lender of Babylon. As you settle into the embrace of this peaceful night, let your spirit journey once more to the ancient city of gold, where the warm desert winds carry whispers of prosperity through marble halls and cedar-lined chambers. In the heart of Babylon, where the Euphrates flows like liquid silver under starlight, there dwells a wise lender whose understanding of gold's true nature has made him keeper of the city's most precious treasures. His name echoes through the corridors of commerce, spoken with respect by merchant and nobleman alike, for he has mastered the delicate art of making gold multiply while keeping it safe from the storms that would wash lesser fortunes away. Tonight, as your breathing grows slower and deeper, you walk beside this master of lending through his treasure house, where countless leather pouches rest in ordered rows, each one containing the dreams and ambitions of those who seek to multiply their wealth. The golden light that dances from aisle lamps illuminates more than mere coins and precious stones. It reveals the deeper wisdom that separates the wealthy from the wishful, the prosperous from the poor. Listen now, as your conscious mind grows quiet and your inner wisdom awakens, to the sacred principles that govern the lending and receiving of gold. The wise lender speaks with a voice like honey poured over ancient stones, each word carrying the weight of countless transactions that have either built fortunes or taught valuable lessons. He tells of the first law of lending, which your subconscious mind now absorbs like rich earth drinks in the morning dew. Gold must be lent only where it can return safely home, bringing with it the offspring of its productive journey. Just as a shepherd knows which pastures will nourish his flock and which contain hidden dangers, so must the lender of gold study the character and capacity of those who would borrow. Your dreaming mind now embraces this wisdom as your own, understanding that every coin you possess carries within it the seed of multiplication, but only when placed in soil that has been tested and proven fertile. The lender shows you his scrolls of records, where the names of reliable borrowers shine like stars against the parchment, while others bear the marks of lessons learned through loss. In your deepest mind, you now develop this same discernment, this ability to recognize where your gold will flourish and where it might wither. As your body relaxes more completely into rest, you absorb the second principle that guides the gold lender's steady prosperity. He lends not from emotion, but from wisdom, not from hope alone, but from careful study of facts. When a merchant seeks gold to purchase a caravan of goods from distant lands, the wise lender asks not only about the profits that might come, but about the roads that must be traveled, the dangers that might arise, and the experience of the merchant in handling such ventures. Your unconscious mind now develops this same methodical approach, this habit of looking beyond the promises to the practical realities that determine success or failure. The lender's third wisdom flows into your consciousness like cool water into a deep well. He never lends all his gold to any single venture, no matter how promising it might appear. Like a wise farmer who plants many different crops, knowing that the rains might favor some while neglecting others. The lender spreads his gold among various borrowers, various enterprises, various opportunities. In your sleeping mind, this principle takes root and grows, creating within you the instinct to diversify, to spread opportunity across many paths, rather than walking only one, however golden it might seem. As you drift deeper into the realm of dreams, you understand the lender's greatest secret. His true wealth comes not merely from the return of gold with increase, but from his reputation for wisdom and fairness. Those who repay him speak of his name with gratitude, and their words travel through the marketplace like seeds on the wind, bringing new opportunities to his door. Your subconscious mind now plants this same understanding within you, knowing that your own prosperity grows not just from clever calculation, but from the trust and respect you earn through fair dealing and wise judgment. Sleep now in the knowledge that these ancient principles have become part of your inner wisdom, guiding your decisions in the gentle darkness of dreams and in the bright light of waking hours alike. Lesson 13. The clay tablets on debt. As you settle into the gentle embrace of evening's rest, allow your mind to wander back through the mists of time to ancient Babylon, where the greatest lessons of wealth and wisdom were carved not in fleeting words, but in enduring clay. Tonight, you discover the most precious tablets ever unearthed from the sands of antiquity. Tablets that speak of triumph over debt, of chains broken, and freedom restored. In your mind's eye, see yourself walking through the quiet archives beneath the great library of Babylon, where the flickering light of oil lamps dances across walls lined with countless clay tablets. The air is cool and filled with the wisdom of ages, and your footsteps echo softly as you approach a special collection, sealed away for thousands of years. These are the tablets of Dabasir, once a man crushed beneath the weight of debt, who rose to become one of Babylon's most respected merchants. As you gaze upon these ancient records, feel their power flowing into your consciousness. The first tablet speaks of awakening, of the moment when Dabasir realized that debt was not his master, but merely a temporary condition that could be overcome through wisdom and determination. Let this truth settle deep into your mind as you relax more fully. Debt does not define you. It is not your identity. It is simply a challenge that can be conquered with the right knowledge and persistent action. The second tablet reveals the foundation of all debt freedom, the courage to face reality completely and honestly. In your peaceful state, allow your subconscious mind to embrace this wisdom. You naturally possess the strength to look clearly at any financial challenge, to see it not as an insurmountable mountain, but as a path that can be walked step by step. Your mind grows calmer with each breath as you absorb this ancient truth that honest assessment is the beginning of all financial freedom. Feel yourself sinking deeper into restful slumber as the third tablet unfolds its secret, the power of declaring your determination to those who wait for payment. In the morning light, you will find yourself naturally drawn to communicate clearly and honestly with any who have claim upon your resources. The merchants of Babylon respected Dabasir not for his wealth, but for his integrity and his unwavering commitment to honor his obligations. This same respect flows toward you as you align your actions with honesty and determination. The fourth tablet whispers its wisdom directly into your dreaming mind, the sacred principle of allocating your income before it arrives. 7/10 for living expenses, 2/10 for debt payment, 1/10 for your future prosperity. This formula becomes as natural to you as breathing, integrated so deeply into your subconscious that you follow it without strain or struggle. Your mind organizes your resources automatically, creating order where once that might have been chaos. As you drift deeper into peaceful rest, the fifth tablet shares perhaps the most profound secret of all, that every small payment toward debt is a victory. Every coin allocated according to wisdom is a step toward freedom. The merchants who waited for Dabasir's payments found themselves moved by his dedication, his small but consistent efforts, his refusal to abandon his obligation. 7. When times grew difficult. This same spirit of persistence flows through you now, settling into every fiber of your being. The final tablet speaks of patience and faith, of understanding that debt freedom, like all worthy achievements, unfolds in its proper season. Your subconscious mind embraces this patience, releasing any anxiety or urgency about financial challenges. You trust in the process, knowing that consistent right action, guided by ancient wisdom, always leads to prosperity and freedom. As these timeless truths integrate into your sleeping mind, feel yourself becoming like the clay itself, shaped by wisdom, hardened by experience, and marked forever with the patterns of prosperity. You are no longer bound by past financial difficulties, no longer limited by temporary circumstances. You are free, wise, and destined for abundance. Let the gentle rhythm of your breathing carry you deeper into restorative sleep, knowing that tomorrow you will awaken with the courage of Dabasir, the wisdom of the tablet, and the unshakable knowledge that every debt can be conquered. Every financial challenge can be overcome, and every dream of prosperity can be made manifest through patience, persistence, and the timeless wisdom of ancient Babylon. Lesson 14. The wisdom of Akkad summarized. As the gentle waves of sleep begin to wash over you, let your mind travel once more to the golden chambers of Akkad, the richest man in all of Babylon. Here, in this sacred space where wisdom has been gathered like precious pearls, the 7 great laws of wealth stand before you like pillars of eternal truth. Each law has been etched, not only in stone, but now deep within the treasury of your subconscious mind, where they shall work their quiet magic while you rest. Feel yourself settling deeper into comfort as Akkad's warm voice echoes through the corridors of your awareness. The first law flows through you like honey. Start by purse to fattening. This simple truth has already begun its transformation within you. Your sleeping mind now knows, without question, that 1 part in 10 of all you earn belongs to you forever. This is not a burden, but a gift you give to your future self. Even now, as you drift toward dreams, your subconscious is weaving this habit into the very fabric of your being, making it as natural as breathing itself. The second law settles over you like a protective cloak. Control thy expenditures. You are becoming someone who spends with wisdom, who sees through the illusions of unnecessary desires, who finds deep satisfaction in living within your means, while still enjoying life's true pleasures. This wisdom grows stronger with each passing night, each gentle breath carrying you deeper into this truth. Allow the third law to flow through your consciousness like liquid gold. Make thy gold multiply. Your subconscious mind is absorbing the ancient secret that money at rest is merely sleeping potential, but money wisely invested becomes an army of golden workers, laboring day and night to increase your wealth. As you sleep, your inner wisdom is becoming attuned to opportunities where your gold can grow safely and steadily, multiplying like seeds planted in fertile soil. The fourth law wraps around you like armor forged by the gods. Guard thy treasures from loss. In your dreams tonight, you'll find yourself naturally cautious of investments that promise riches too easily won. Your sleeping mind is developing an instinct for recognizing true opportunity from mere speculation. You are becoming someone who seeks counsel from those who have succeeded, who investigates before investing, who protects wealth as carefully as a shepherd guards his flock. Feel the fifth law settling into your bones like ancient strength. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Even as you rest in comfort, your subconscious understands that the roof over your head can be more than shelter. It can be a foundation for building wealth. Your sleeping mind is opening to ways that your dwelling place can serve not just your need for comfort and security, but also your journey toward financial freedom. The sixth law flows through you like a river of certainty. Ensure a future income. While your body rests, your subconscious mind is planning and preparing for the years ahead. You are becoming someone who thinks beyond today's needs to tomorrow's security. Your sleeping wisdom is creating pathways toward investments and preparations that will provide for you when your working years have passed, ensuring that your autumn years will be golden with abundance rather than shadowed by want. The seventh and final law completes the circle of wisdom. Increase thy ability to earn. As sleep takes you deeper, your mind embraces the truth that you are your own greatest asset. Your capacity to earn grows with every skill learned, every moment of study, every effort to become more valuable to the world. Your subconscious is now committed to continuous growth, to becoming more knowledgeable, more skilled, more capable with each passing day. These 7 laws are no longer merely concepts you have learned. They have become living principles that guide your subconscious mind. Like the eternal stars that guided Babylonian merchants across desert sands, these laws now guide every financial decision you make, every opportunity you recognize, every step you take toward prosperity. Rest now in the complete knowledge that Arkad's wisdom lives within you. Your sleeping mind will weave these golden threads of truth into the fabric of your daily life, making you naturally wise with money, naturally attracted to profitable ventures, naturally protective of your growing wealth. Sleep deeply, future child of abundance, for when morning comes, you awaken not just rested in body, but enriched in spirit and empowered with the timeless wisdom of Babylon's greatest teacher. Lesson 15. Living richly, sleeping deeply. As the ancient moon of Babylon rises high above the city's golden towers, you have journeyed through the complete wisdom of the ages. Tonight, as your eyes grow heavy and your breathing deepens, you carry within you the accumulated wealth consciousness of the greatest prosperity teachers who ever lived. The lessons of Arkad, the discipline of the purse, the multiplication of gold, and the protection of treasure have all woven themselves into the very fabric of your being. Let your body sink deeper into comfort now, for you have earned this peaceful rest. Your subconscious mind has absorbed 14 nights of ancient wisdom, and tonight you integrate all these golden threads into a tapestry of lasting abundance. Like a master craftsman who has learned each tool of his trade, you now possess the complete set of wealth-building principles that have enriched countless souls across the centuries. Feel how naturally these truths have become part of you. The habit of saving 1/10 flows through your mind, like the gentle current of the Euphrates River. The discipline to control expenditures stands firm within you, like the mighty walls of Babylon itself. The wisdom to make your gold multiply pulses with the rhythm of your heartbeat, steady and sure. These are no longer lessons you must remember, but instincts you now possess, as natural as breathing. As you drift deeper into this restorative sleep, imagine yourself walking through the grand bazaar of Babylon one final time. But now you walk not as a student seeking wisdom, but as one who has internalized the ancient codes of prosperity. The merchants nod with respect as you pass, recognizing in your bearing the quiet confidence of one who understands the true nature of wealth. Your steps are measured and purposeful, for you know that every decision you make is guided by principles tested through millennia. The golden tablets of wisdom rest peacefully in your mind's treasury now. When tomorrow's sun rises, you will wake with the accumulated financial wisdom of ages flowing naturally through your thoughts. You will find yourself making decisions that your ancestors would smile upon, choices that honor both your present needs and your future dreams. The voice of Akkad himself whispers through your subconscious, reminding you that true wealth comes not from chance or luck, but from the steady application of proven principles. Tonight, as you sleep the deep sleep of the prosperous, your mind continues its gentle work of transformation. Each breath you take carries away old patterns of financial fear and scarcity. Each heartbeat pumps new confidence through your system, the confidence of one who knows the secrets of abundance. Your dreams will be rich with visions of prosperity achieved through wisdom rather than wishful thinking, through discipline rather than desperate hope. The goddess of good luck herself smiles upon your slumber, knowing that you have learned her true nature. She comes not to those who wait in idleness, but to those who prepare themselves through right action and steady purpose. Your preparation is now complete, your foundation laid with stones of timeless truth. Tomorrow you will wake as one transformed, carrying within you the living spirit of Babylon's greatest wealth builders. Rest now in the profound peace that comes from knowing you possess the keys to financial freedom. These ancient codes are not mere ideas floating in your mind, but living principles that will guide your hands to wise action and your feet to profitable paths. The richest man in Babylon was not born with special gifts unavailable to others. He simply learned what you have learned, applied what you now understand, and persisted where others grew weary. Your wealth consciousness is complete, your prosperity mindset fully awakened. Sleep deeply now, knowing that you will wake tomorrow as heir to the greatest financial wisdom ever preserved. The ancient city of Babylon lives on in you, and through you, its golden legacy continues into a new age of abundance.